All right. It is Monday, fun day, switching it up a little bit. No 8 a.m. live. We went to the East Coast. It's 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Is that incredible? We got training, though, Friday, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific. Today, catch out the replay of last week's unbelievable training that we had, how to deal with negativity. And we don't want to recep that. Jake, Justin, welcome everyone. Let's get the questions going. Tracy, hi. Thank you for joining. Everyone, please let me know the lessons that we've learned. Lexi, Tesso, welcome. Andrew, everybody, welcome. Let's get some questions going. Let's pin up where people can register for the pitch competition for my free books, free exercises, free training. Go ahead, reach out, 949-298-2905. Join my text community, get all of that stuff for free, or just email me directly. Jake, good to see you, at david@dmeltzer.com. Always available to you. Just here looking to empower others, to empower others. Let's see here. I sent you an email. Thank you. I will look for it within the context of all the emails I have. What are you looking forward to most this week? I am looking forward to seeing a whole bunch of people in Indiana at social distance as well. But I had a corporate suite in Indiana when I first started my career. Shapiro's Deli is one of my favorite delis. Ocean Air, St. Elmo's eating. I have not gone really anywhere. So taking my daughter back to IU and really looking forward to taking a trip and feeling, at least someone who travels 200 days a year normally, feeling a little bit normal and seeing if we can stay healthy and happy and help other people. We should all have that. Friday's trainings, 11 a.m., is about setbacks. Turn them into set-ups. Turn your setbacks into set-ups. How does your morning routine look like? Greetings from Germany. I have two routines, so it varies, but my normal routine is 4 a.m. I wake up. I meditate 20 minutes. I take 10 minutes to get ready. I work out for an hour. I then spend an hour doing research, including a student in my calendar. Then I spend an hour with my family. Then I do coaching calls. Then I execute on being a student in my calendar, studying what I have planned, what I don't have planned, and my sleep. I then, at 4:45, start more coaching calls again, and then have an hour and a half with my family, an hour and a half of research time, and then I have an unwinding routine from there to make sure that I sleep deep, sleep sound, sleep in an unconscious competency. Otherwise, it's an adaptable routine by my non-negotiable values of my health first, my family second, and student in my calendar third. What are some things that young entrepreneurs tend to overlook? Patience, humility. Those are the two things. If you are a young entrepreneur, you are not patient enough. It doesn't mean you can't. They don't know how to blend persistent hard work, the desire to be what you must be, the prey drive that you have to have with patience, the allowance, and then also radical humility, asking other people for help. If I was going to teach myself one lesson when I was 12, 22, 32, 42, or 52, it would be, do you know anybody that can help me? To ask for help. It's the most underused and most powerful question in the universe. Everybody is innately here to be of service or of value. It's easy to give, but it's so hard to ask for help. Learn how to ask for help. Go ahead, you can email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Got tons of different materials I can give you for free on that. Free training on Friday, 11 a.m. Pacific. Join my text community, 949-298-2905. How can I find a great mentor? Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me, 949-298-2905. I'll help you. All right, we'll get there. Here we go. Next question. What are some actionable steps you take to transition setbacks into a positive? Well, that's what we're going to deal with on Friday. But obviously, it's gratitude, empathy, accountability, and effective communication, understanding your inventory of values and doing it now, studying your calendar, all these different things. But it actually has to do with the lessons. And I'm going to teach the process of acquiring lessons, identifying lessons, speeding up the process of learning from lessons, all the things that are indicative of taking a setback and being able to turn it into a set up. Very important feat of life. Will you be going live with Danica Patrick soon? Because I really like to meet her and go live with her. Where were you last time? I've gone live tons of times with her. We had her on the playbook. She has a new Danica Rosé. What's going on? Come join me and Danica. She also goes live, does workouts every morning on Saturday mornings. Go live with her. She's extraordinary. Check her out. One of my really favorite people that I've gotten to meet in my life here. How do I discover what I value most? Take inventory of your values every day. Don't be afraid of being a hypocrite. Really sit down and think about what's personally today important to me. What's experientially, what do I want to get out of this day experience wise? Study it. What do I want to get out? Who do I want to help? How do I want to be of value and service? And then also in person, on the phone, via email and media, how am I going to ask for help? Right? How am I going to ask for help? Who is it that can help me? Those are the easy ways to take inventory of your values. What would you like to achieve by the end of the year? Well, I don't use man-made constructs to put resistance or to speed up or slow down a process for me. So I want things to happen as fast as they can, and I'd love to be able to empower twice as many people as I'm empowering now to be happy. Twice as many people coming to the free trainings, twice as many people asking me for my free books, twice as many people visiting the playbook, the podcast I have, which you can watch the replay today of those lessons I have and those things. We have over almost 500 episodes. You guys would love it with all these great people like Danica. Anyway, let's see, go live here. Let's see if my friend Brian is waiting for me, and looking for it. Audrey's here. Charity, looking for. Let me take another question while I wait for Brian to come on. Thank you. Keep the questions coming. How to focus when you've got a lot on your plate. Look, that's what being a student in your calendar is. Remember the equation of luck. Attention plus intention equals the coincidences that you want. You always have a lot on your plate. It's a matter, can you stay focused on and prioritize correctly the things that you're doing? Can you do it now when the interim things come up in order to effectuate all of those things? So yes, you can stay focused, but you need to take inventory of your values, prioritize, be a student in your calendar. Make sure you're really utilizing. There's Brian. Sorry, my friend. I think I missed you the first time around. Here we go. Welcome, Brian, from Intelligent Threads. And I think one of the most interesting areas. How are you, Brian?
Good. How are you doing?
Who's that behind you on the poster?
Oh, it's some dead guy.
Yeah, some dead guy. Anyway, I've been in sports, fitness, athletics a long time.
Awesome.
And one of the coolest advents is Intelligent Threads, meaning that we're starting to realize that, you could wear a bracelet, have copper in a shirt, a sock, that there's all these things that can actually create a frequency or an intelligence to what we put on our bodies and the effects of that. And no one I know more than you that has really understood what this means to not only the person, but also the industry. And so I thought maybe you give me a little bit of background on where this has all evolved from and the benefits it has.
Absolutely. I am a therapist by trade. We help people with structural issues. And so it really kind of evolved from that. I wanted to be able to help people not have a constant need to get worked on and to feel better a long period of time. And it took me about 15 years to figure out the process of what we have today.
Yeah, that's what we call overnight success.
Yeah.
What were some of the lessons over 15 years? It seems as if a lot of people think you come up with the idea, you're already an expert at helping people adjust and readjust and posture in the human body and the way it's supposed to align. Why does it take 15 years? What were some of the lessons along the way?
Well, I had to learn a lot of how the body works. I believe that we're a cutting edge technology, and so it takes a while to learn how the body works and how to process it with, and then how to adapt clothing to work with the body as well. And so, I ran across a lot of problems thinking, is this even possible? How can we do this? But my heart is to really help people and want them to be better and feel better. And so I just stuck it out and stayed with it. And now we have something that's amazing that can help a lot of people. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, it seems to me that you kind of started with the needs, right? So
Yeah,
as you're
absolutely.
sitting there, you're like, okay, posture is a big problem. Blood flow is a big
Absolutely.
problem. Injury prevention, right? We're old enough where a lot of injury prevention people get, but we were always just curing the injuries. We weren't really into the maintenance and prevention of injuries when you first
Right.
started. And so
Right.
that actually is a good part. And then just relaxing, right? Talk
Yes.
about meditation in the mind
Absolutely.
relaxing, but also the body needs to relax as well.
It's amazing because when people come in my office, there are people that her muscles are constantly tight, even when I say relax, and they're still tight and tense all through their body. And once we put the intelligent threads on them, their muscles will start to relax, and they can physically feel the difference within that. But just the stress level alone that it takes off the body is huge, just by wearing it.
You know what's amazing for me is that so many people have the issues that I have, which is a duplicity of, number one, sitting at a computer or sitting down a lot, which causes kyphosis, which is the rounding of the upper back. But also what they don't understand, because you're talking about this stress and relaxing, is that, I believe part of my problem, and I've improved my posture a lot utilizing your stuff and this idea, is that there's an energetic that when you're responsible for a lot of things, it literally can physically change your posture, that it weighs on you. I'll see someone that's walking and, as much as they may be on a computer, I'll ask them, what's wearing on you? Like, you can see it physically, and you probably know better than me because you deal with it all day. So how exactly does Intelligent Threads work with both of those areas? Like, what's the technology behind what you do?
So we developed a technology called myoequilibration. And what we do is we apply it to the fiber of the shirt. So when you put it on, it interfaces with the myofascial network. And so you have muscles in your body that are tight, that constantly pull on the structure, causing it to compensate. And so our body is a compensation factor. We will compensate, we stump our toe, and we will kick our hip over to take the pressure off the toe because it hurts. But by doing that, we create some more compensations. So then we compensate all through the body. And what happens is we start creating more and more issues. Now, when my daughter was younger, I'd see her compensate because she had a problem, but then in a week or two, she was straight again structurally. And so I think we constantly compensate and uncompensate. But what I found was there's different muscles within the body that hold the structure out of compensation, are in the wrong compensation. And so we figured out how to release the muscles that hold the structure out using the technology of the shirt to help the structure hold the anatomically correct position, which will lower stress loads on the body physically, which in return can help it mentally as well. Because if you feel good, you're going to feel better mentally. And if you feel bad, if you're under stress, I work on people all day long that have stress, and it plays a huge role in them physically as well.
Yeah, and the material side of things carries a frequency, right? And that frequency is talking into our structure, into our body and our muscles and our blood, and different material has different frequency to it. Did you have, and then which ones have the best effect material-wise on the relaxation and blood flow?
Say that, you broke up just for a second.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Which one has the best? What material has the best effect on blood flow and muscle relaxation?
The material that we created, or other people's material?
Yeah. I mean, like within the material you created, is it silver, copper, gold? Is it titanium? Is there certain actual, minerals and material that creates a frequency that talks to these things?
Oh, so what we've done? No, we've actually just embedded the actual frequency into the fiber of the shirt. So there's no minerals, no copper, no drugs, no chemicals at all. So it's a breakthrough technology. In fact, when you look at the shirt, you go, it just looks like a shirt. There's nothing to it. But when you put it on, then you can start feeling the difference within it, and then it helps the blood flow as well.
And last question, real quick. So I'm a sock freak. I don't know if people know this, but I believe, like, I don't drink coffee, but I spend and buy a new pair of socks every day. I think if you take care of your feet, it really leads up to a lot of things. And so, I would love, intelligent fabric socks, the intelligent thread socks, because it would have that effect. I actually learned, where I started learning about this, I used to carry my wallet in my back right pocket, and it was causing posture damage because I consistently was sitting on my wallet. Yeah. And so I started thinking about my posture and the cumulative effect of things like, wow, if I look like this at 35, what am I going to look like at 65? Right. And people don't do that. So what part of your body, if you're going to buy an intelligence thread, is there a more prevalent place to buy your first pair of socks, shorts, shirt, hat?
So the nice part is when I think the shirt's the best, but we also have pants and shorts. But when you put the shirt on, it affects the whole body. It affects the legs as well as the body, because the body works as one. When you work on one part of the body, it works on the entire part of the body. When it comes to soreness, because it also helps relieve soreness within the body too. So if you talk about the soreness, then it is something to say about surface area. But overall, I mean, a shirt covers a lot of the area because it covers the hips, it covers the chest, and a lot of problems come from the upper body that affect the lower body as well.
All right, I'm about to get a new Rose Bowl shirt with IntelliThreads threads in it.
Heck yeah.
What an incredible business. Check it out. Where can
Thank
people
you.
find Intelligent Threads?
You can go to intelligentthreads.com and check it out. And we have some videos there, and it's amazing.
It is another overnight success. Thank you so much, Brian, for joining me. Check them out, Intelligent Threads. Incredible technology, improving our lives and wellness. Thank you so much for what you do, and thank you for not quitting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, B. Take care.
You too.
Awesome. Look, true entrepreneur, right? There's tons of guys that have been in his job, but instead of just allowing the same problems to exist, he does the consistent, persistent thing and changes an entire industry with an incredible product like Intelligent Threads. Check it out, intelligentthreads.com. You can see it there. Zach put it up there. We're going to talk about all those setbacks that all these entrepreneurs have and turn them into setups. And, you know, Brian's no different than anyone else. It's a lot of lessons that we learn, and incredible things happen. I think entrepreneurs will save the world with these types of technologies, finding out what the problems are and keep on consistently, persistently working on those. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to go a few more minutes here. Don't forget Friday's trainings on turning setbacks to setups, 949-298-2905. Get my free books. Register for the 2-minute drill pitch competition on August 28th. It's free as well. Please join. You'll love it. If you're looking to raise money, get help, whatever it is, just practice your pitch. Come join me. 2-minute drill. You'll love it. August 28th, david@dmeltzer.com. Email me to register, or 949-298-2905. If you want my free book with all this stuff in it, exercises guide, just reach out to me. It's no problem. How do you get back to center when you fall off your routine? Wake up an hour late, etc. It's always the same to get back to center. Stop, drop, and roll. When you're not in center, your mind, body, and soul are on fire. They're on fire. You need to stop, understand, and ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Drop, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, get down to center, and then roll in the right trajectory. Whenever you're on fire, drop, stop, drop, and roll. So please do that. Here we go. Next question. Any thoughts on someone that has ADHD and wants to be productive? Not talking about meds. No, don't talk about meds. Look, if you have trouble focusing, number one, tell yourself the mind can only focus in on one thing at a time. So ADHD is the shiny spoon problem. I hope shiny spoons. So what we want to practice in is keeping one thing on our mind. If we have too much energy, so some people mistake hyperactivity with ADHD, meaning they have too much energy, then go run. Go do sit-ups. Go do push-ups. Get the physical energy out of you so it's easier to focus. You may not be eating right, too much caffeine. You may be not exercising enough, or you may just need to practice. It's a muscle, how to focus on one thing at one time. Lower the bar. Start at a minute a day. See if you can focus in on the clock every single second of the clock. Ever see one of my favorite movies, Good Will Hunting, where he spent the entire hour counting the seconds? That's focus. Regardless of whether you have dyslexia, ADHD, there's so many non-med solutions that just require practice. So go ahead, reach out to me if you have any further questions. I can help introduce you to different things. David@dmeltzer.com. Or 949-298-2905. What do you do if someone breaks up with you over text? And I was busy and had a bad connection. Okay, if somebody breaks up with you via text, that defines them, not you. And if you want to be, right, we get a choice, people that we choose to be around, people that we don't choose to be around. I personally would choose not to be around somebody that would break up with me via text after I had any type of significant relationship with them. Evan Carmichael, good to see you, my friend. Very good. I see you on there. And of course, check out his book, his YouTube. He's an incredible guy. But think about it. Everyone's always identifying it, self-defining it. It's nothing to do with you. If someone's mean to you, it just defines them as someone that's mean. It has nothing to do with what they said. If someone makes fun of you, it just defines them as someone that makes fun of you. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Either you get to choose to be with someone or you don't get to choose. If you do get to choose, either let them fall away or fire them from your life. If you don't get to choose, then what you do is use understanding and pray for their happiness on variant levels, depending on how much you have to be around them, because you can't choose who your office is next to, or who your kids are, or other things like that. But use that understanding, pray for their happiness. How to stay focused, lower the bar, practice it. It's a muscle, stay disciplined. You're doing good, man. Keep it up. Thanks, Matt. You're doing well as well. Appreciate it. Let's keep the questions coming. Political things separate. I don't like things that separate us. I like things that unify us. One of my best always want to be alone and hates everyone because she feels everyone breaks the trust. One of my friends always want to be alone and hates everyone. Do you want to be around someone that hates everyone? It takes as much effort, time, emotion, resources, and money to change one closed-minded person full of hate than it does 1,000 or more open-minded people full of love. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. How do you get out of being stuck? Recently moved, feel like I'm losing my vision or focus. First of all, this may not sound right to you, but get stuck being stuck. If you're stuck, it means you're accelerating and growing. If you feel stuck in your shoes, it means your feet are getting too big for your shoes. If you're stuck in a room, that means you're trying to get out and you feel stuck. That's where you want to be, in the consistent, persistent pursuit of your potential. Get stuck being stuck. Get in there harder. The legs be the lion. Have the prey drive that you need, like Coach Burke taught me. Have it in there, the successful subtlety of consistent, persistent behavior. I get and rejoice and have joyful feelings about being stuck. It means I'm almost there. I know how exponential growth and acceleration work. That's meaning that in 20 segments, if it gets me 100% of the way there, I'm not halfway there till 19 segments in. So I'm going to feel stuck for a long time. That means I'm growing, saving. You got to change your perspective. You got to understand how things happen. You got to understand how things break through. How do you save your money? Percentage at a time. I preset how much money I'm going to save. So every dollar that's input, this certain portion, it never exists to me. It goes into savings, goes into guaranteed savings, meaning no risk. I can, on my annuities, IULs, etc., can guarantee 2% of my money no matter if the market crashes. I get a certain percentage of it if it goes up, but it's non-mental, doesn't take up any real estate, any emotion, any worry. All those time, motion, and energy I wasted, I just now put a certain percentage that goes to charity, a certain percentage that goes into savings, and everything else is everybody else's. It comes through me for them. I don't worry. I just focus on making more. I have faith in what I receive. What do you do when your wife doesn't believe in you? Give her a reason to. So ask her what she's looking for. Ask her what's important to her. Ask her what you need to do in order to inspire her, what you can do to provide value and service to her. When you look for your wife to believe in you, you will get a wife who believes in you. When you look for a wife that doubts you, you'll get a wife that doubts you. Focusing on what you want from the closest, most intimate relationships, most relative relationships in your life. Please do so. All righty. How do you master leaving someone that you once loved, still like, but it isn't working? Well, you don't master it, right? You choose to allow it to fall away, or you fire it, but you don't master it. These are deep feelings. If you love someone, you may love them still, but in a different way. Most of the time, you still love someone. You just don't like being with them all the time, or you don't like yourself when you're with them. Whatever the situation is, the best thing to do is look for the superpowers in that person, be honest, and try to work through how you can maintain a relationship of varying degrees that works for both of you, but you will never master it. Those feelings will always be there, and be grateful for them. Look for the lessons in them. Remember, whenever there's pain, just an indicator that you have a lesson to learn. So let's see if someone wants to ask a quick question live. We'll see. My problem is making money, but I can't save it. Save it up front. So live by the means, not let the means live by you. So go ahead and just pretend as if it doesn't even exist. make $100, you really made 80, whatever be the amount that you need to save. All right, let's keep the questions coming. A few more minutes on a Monday. Don't forget to join me Friday training, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. The replays every Monday on the podcast, the playbook. If you need anything for free, the training, the books, the guides, the replays, the pitch competition, 949-298-2905 is my text number. And my email is david@dmeltzer.com. Just reach out, not a problem. I know I want to be very rich and successful, but I still don't know how to get there doing something I love. First, know your what, and then learn to love what you do. So don't worry about what you love. Learn to be someone that finds the light, love, and lessons through gratitude, that is forgiving as a means to unwind the untruths that you tell yourself, accountable, learning lessons all the way for what you've attracted to yourself, and increasing the inspiration, decreasing the corrosion and interference between you and the genius that you're connected to, the infinity that you're connected to, the light, the love, the lessons and power that you're connected to, allowing you just to be an expression of that genius and be able to share that and liberate others to express their genius as well, to add value with appreciation, gratitude, and your values to it. Very, very easy. It's a practice, and I want everyone to learn these practice that you can have. So let's get another quick question in here. I am new in the country and still looking for friends who believe in growth mindset. Oh, you should join my private group. We have a positive mindset group. You should join david@dmeltzer.com. If not, let me know where you're at. I'll introduce you to some like-minded people. Would love for you to join us on Friday for the free trainings as well. david@dmeltzer.com. If you're new, there's always great people. It's so easy to reach out to find people that have the similar interest of growth, exponential growth, acceleration, and happiness. Perfect. Let's keep these coming. Thank you for all the great questions, everybody. A couple more minutes. How would one build support for nonprofit in the beginning stages? Well, what you want to do is find somebody that sits in the situation that you want. So if you want to start a nonprofit, I would go work with a nonprofit, volunteer for a nonprofit that is most aligned with what you're looking for in your nonprofit, and go ahead and learn the dummy tax by asking and experiencing all these different things. Usually you can find some sort of foundation or charity that's most aligned. There's millions of them in America. People sometimes spend so much time, emotion, money, and resources trying to recreate something that's already there that they just could, if they took time to be more interested than interesting, find the what and ask people, can I have the what? Or can you teach me to have the what? And then make the what better, meeting your purpose in a much more accelerated manner with greater returns. So that's something that you want to look at. What's your favorite way to seek rest and recharge? Also, what fuels you? So for me, it's a continual process. I take vacation every day. I believe 2 minutes a day is worth more than 2 hours on a Saturday. So as a student in my calendar, using the mathematical equation of luck, I pay attention to and give intention to the coincidences or luck that I want in what I have planned for the day, what I don't have planned for the day, the open space, the free space, and also my sleep. And I use a kaleidoscope called the Meltzer kaleidoscope. Don't ask me where I got the name for it, but I use the one lens of productivity, always looking to see how I can provide value, how I can be of service. I use a bifocal lens of accessibility, of how accessible am I to others, not only to help them and to give them value, but also to receive. And knowing that valuable question, do you know anybody that can help me? And then finally, the most valuable lens that we talked about earlier, the lens that allows me to love everything that I do. Activity I get paid for, activity I don't get paid for, the lens of gratitude, the lens of light, love, and lessons in everything. Make it a practice, a discipline, a strategy. Try even in the darkest places to find one particle of light, because one particle of light will overcome a million particles of darkness. Make sure you find the light, the love, and the lesson. Use your attention to what you want and give it your intention, what you think, say, do, believe, even the unconscious competencies of your characteristics, obsessions, addictions, all of those different things aggregated into a coincidence or the luck that you want in your life. And you do it through those three lenses. And I promise you, everything you desire, you will have rapidly and accurately. Everything that seems as if it's a setback will become a set up. You will elevate others to elevate yourself. And most importantly, you will be able to empower others to be happy. This is the stuff we're going to talk about on Friday. Join me for free. Register. Watch the replay if you don't believe how good it is. They'll tell you on these things right here. Go Monday to the playbook. Download it. YouTube. Download the trainings. It's free. Email me, david@dmeltzer.com. Text me, 949-298-2905. I'll give you my books. I'll give you my exercises. I'll give you my guides. I'll give you free training. I'm giving this for free. So join me. Help me empower you to empower others to be happy. I appreciate everyone for this great time. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Friday. Download the replays, whatever you need. Reach out, david@dmeltzer.com. And remember, most importantly, be kind to your future self and do good deeds. Thank you.